two, 1, 2. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Check, check, check. Testing, testing.
Check, check, check. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing. 1, 2. Good.
Field Chapter 57, the Auburndale Veterans, assisted by the Boy Scouts, present our nation's colors as the Auburndale Pep Band, under the direction of Ms. Jenny Neske, plays our national anthem.
Well, good evening and welcome to Thorpe Field in Auburndale, Wisconsin, Auburndale High School. It's High School Football Friday night here on Zaleski Sports. And for this matchup, we have the Auburndale Eagles coming into the game unbeaten and tied for first in the Merriwood Conference with the Colby Hornets, taking down the Edgar Wildcats. Edgar with just one blemish on their record. They come in at 6-1 overall. The only loss coming to Colby back on September 16th, 32-6. Well, winter's not here yet, but you can see it from here. It is a crisp night here in Auburndale. A snap in the air. Temps expected to drop down to the low 30s, maybe even the high 20s before we're done here. So at least cramping won't be a problem for the players tonight. We've seen some of that on some of the warmer nights here, but those nights are over. It is football weather here. The fans are bundled up. The officials are bundled up. Everybody's going to be feeling the cold except for the players. The guys that are out on the field, they'll be feeling fine. It's going to be a nice night to play high school football here tonight. Auburndale, as we mentioned, comes in unbeaten, 8-0, and they've been putting the hurt on people, scoring a lot of points and not giving up very many. The defense is going to be the situation here tonight. If Edgar's offense can do anything against this Auburndale defense, because with the exception of the game against Marathon 2 weeks ago, which Auburndale won 50-22, that was the only game that the opponent scored in double figures against this Eagles squad. They have shut out five teams so far. 5 of their 8 wins are shutouts. The only teams that have scored points, Hurley scored 8 in a 29-8 Auburndale win. Also, Abbotsford put 6 on the board last week, but lost 49-6. And as we mentioned, Marathon scored 22, losing 50-22 back on September 23rd. The Edgar Wildcats, as we mentioned, 6-1, and they have won 2 in a row since dropping that game with Colby. They beat Pittsville last week 28-8, and topped Abbotsford the week before that 40-7. So they righted the ship after that one stumble against Colby, but it's going to be interesting tonight because Edgar's going to be trying to play the spoiler a little bit. Auburndale tied with Colby for first in the division or in the conference. They are both undefeated, and Colby and Auburndale scheduled to play next week. So Edgar would look like nothing better than to send Auburndale into that game with Colby with a loss, and they'll try to do that here tonight. Auburndale, of course, wants to enter that game with Colby unbeaten and hoping that they can win the conference. And Edgar's going to be trying to put a stop to that tonight. Auburndale won the toss and deferred, so the Edgar offense will be on the field first. And one of our great sponsors tonight, a new sponsor on the broadcast, Purple Mountain Solutions, your business's go-to for both public and private warehousing and product delivery. Whatever it is you're shipping, you know you can depend on Purple Mountain Solutions to get it there safely and efficiently. As you can see, Auburndale in blue jerseys, blue pants with white trim, white numerals, and white helmets. Edgar in their green pants, white jerseys with the dark numerals and the green and gold trim. And we are set to go here. Carter Butt and Colby Weisenberger are the deep men here for the Wildcats. And the kick is away. It's a line drive. Squib kick bobbled by one of the up men. He picks it up now at about the 25-yard line, brings it across the 30, and knocked down hard at about the 34-yard line. On the return for Edgar that time was Keegan Hartway. And the Wildcats will begin 1st and 10 on their own 34. Tegan Strite, the quarterback. Carter Butt will be in the backfield. Weisenberger and Jace Applebeck will be back there as well. The tight end who will get some work is Brett Baumgartner. Avery Normington will split out wide right to start here. Wing goes in motion. Now Baumgartner is going to switch, or try to switch from left to right. Now he's sent back to the left side. Strite under center. And they're going to pitch it to Butt. He's going to try to the left side. Not much there. He is dumped hard. A flag flies in as well. So maybe we got a hold on top of that. Or maybe a face mask. No, it's going to be a hold against Edgar, it appears. So they try Butt on the left side first, and it goes nowhere. And a penalty on top of it. Going to be a hold against the Wildcats. Colby held this Edgar team to 6 points. That is a big achievement, and this Auburndale defense is pretty darn stout as well, so we'll see what Edgar can do here. The ball's going to be marked all the way back to the 20-yard line. Normington splits out wide right again. Strite under center. They hand it off. I think it's Weisenberger this time, and he doesn't get much, maybe 3 or 4 on that. Tried the right side of the line that time. So 2nd down and very long here. 2nd down and 18 for the Wildcats. Senior night here for the Eagles. 11 seniors on this Auburndale squad. They've got a big freshman group. I was looking at their roster. They've got like 16 freshmen listed on the roster as well. Schuett splits out wide right this time for the Wildcats, and they're going to try a quick hitter inside. Not much there for Carter Butt. Picked up a couple. Got it across the 25 to about the 27 or 28. 3rd down and long. 3rd down and about 16 here for Edgar. As we mentioned many times on the broadcast this year, those holding penalties just kill drives. I mean, there's not a whole lot you can do unless you can pick up a long 3rd down play after a holding penalty. Very enthusiastic Auburndale crowd here tonight, as you might expect, coming in unbeaten, tied for 1st in the conference. They're showing blitz here. They're going to try a quick handoff inside. Breaking one tackle, that's Butt. Now he dances away, makes another cut. He's going to be short of the 1st down, though. He got it out across the 40. Nice run by Butt there. Picked up about 8 or 9 yards on that carry with a couple of nice cuts. But it's going to be 4th down and a punting situation here for the Wildcats. 4th and a long 2 in their own territory. They're probably going to punt this away, you would think. Strite handles the punting duties. Actually, no, it's Hanerfoos, excuse me. Hanerfoos will handle the punting duties. Hanerfoos will stand at his own 30-yard line to punt this away. Snap is good. And the punt's a line drive, knuckleball. It's going to take a bounce, takes a Auburndale bounce. So a guy picked it up, and the Edgar player was right there to knock him down. Alex Wilfart picked that up for Auburndale on the bounce. Very dangerous maneuver there as one of the Wildcats was right there to put the hit on and drop him in his tracks. Ball's going to be marked at about the 34-yard line, and that's where the Eagles will get the ball first. So Auburndale comes to the line, and they will operate out of the gun. Man comes in motion. They're going to hand it off inside. And picking up a few yards on the carry. Quarterback for Auburndale is Trayton Weber. And the handoff that time went to Evan Scholl. They're only going to give him 2 yards on that, so call it 2nd down and 8. Trayton Weber, a senior quarterback. Scholl is a junior. Two receivers split to the near side, two to the far side. Spread formation here and out of the gun. They want to throw. They step up, throw. Bullet's going to be incomplete off the hand of the intended receiver. He had Aiden Cherney open across the 45-yard line, went off his hand. The pit pass was a bit high and incomplete. Going to be 3rd down and 8 here for Auburndale. They go spread formation once again. Pass on a slant, complete, 1st down, and across the 45 out to about the 48. Lucas Yeski on the catch. Pick up about 11 on that. And they quickly come to the line. They want to operate quickly. They're going to hand it off inside this time. Now breaking and trying to cut it outside. Picking up a couple. That's Evan Scholl on the carry again. They're going to give him about 3. Got it just across midfield. Call it 2nd down and 7. Eagles aren't going to waste any time. They're going to get to the line quickly. 4 receivers in the pattern once again, and it's going to be a keeper by Weber, and he cuts it up the middle and made one man miss and picked up, looked like 1st down yardage. It is 1st down on the carry for Weber, the quarterback. His first carry of the night picks up a 1st down, and they're right back to the line. They've got the coach signaling in the plays from the sideline as the team will line up. Then they check their wristbands. They all have wristbands, at least the skilled players do. Now the officials step in and stop things here. 7:26 to play, 1st quarter, no score. Now we're ready to go. 4 receiver formation once again. And they're going to hand it off to Scholl, and he is going to slip through tackles and get it down inside the 40 to about the 37-yard line. He made about 3 Edgar players miss that time and slipped through a little bit of a crease and picked up about 6 yards on that. Not going to be able to put your head down and look at the score sheet much tonight as Auburndale gets right back to the line. They want to run another play. It's Scholl again. Big hole up the middle. Flag flies in. He's going to break it. Fumbles the football. Auburndale's going to recover it, but that's coming back. There's a flag, and the reason why the hole was so open is there was a hold, and that'll bring that one back. It was a big gainer down inside the 10-yard line. Scholl, the ball carrier, fumbled. It was recovered by one of the Auburndale players, but the penalty will bring that big gainer back. And that's going to put a big wrench in this drive for the Eagles. Our game brought to you in part tonight by Whitetail Properties. If you're looking for hunting or recreational property, just call Brian Roosh with Whitetail Properties. 715-213-4468. That's 715-213-4468. Out of the gun once again, 4 receivers. They throw it out in the flat. It's caught and tackled quickly out of bounds, getting some of the yardage back, not very much, maybe 5. On the catch was Timothy Schmidt. And they got it back to nearly the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd down and about 11. Same formation again. They've run that formation now about 5 or 6 times in a row. They're going to play action, fake the handoff, rolling out. Now a long throw downfield. It's going to be tipped away. Edgar had coverage. That was a heck of a throw by the quarterback, Trayton Weber, throwing across his body without being able to set himself, and he got a lot on that throw. That traveled about 25 yards in the air from a very tough throwing position. It's going to be 4th down for Auburndale on the incompletion. And Edgar expecting a punt. Has 2 players drop back deep inside their own 10-yard line. Alex Wilfart will handle the punting for the Eagles. 5:51 to play first quarter. Low snap, took a bounce, he got it back and punts it. It's a high floater. Fair catch is going to be called for right around the 10-yard line by Carter Budd, and Edgar will get the football back. So the Edgar defense, with the help of a holding penalty, stops the first drive of Auburndale, and the Wildcats get the ball back here. Our game brought to you in part by Nicolay Bank, offering personal banking that works for you with locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Wildcats from their own 10-yard line. Leighton Schuett splits out wide to the near side. Otherwise, tight formation for Edgar. Straight under center. He wants to throw it. He throws it out in the flat to Schuett. That's going to be incomplete. The pass was behind him. And incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Big crowd here, as you might expect. The Auburndale side here, where we are, is pretty much full. Edgar traveled well over here as well. Not far away. Stride under center. And a couple of the Wildcats jumped the snap count. That'll back them up. That'll be 2nd down and 15. Ball be marked back near the 5-yard line. Wildcats to the line. Strike going to hand it off, and they try inside again. Carter Budd, not much there. Got it out maybe to the 7. Pickup of 2 on the carry. 3rd down and about 13, maybe 14 for the Wildcats, deep in their own territory. There's an Auburndale student from the student section with a Get Loud sign, getting the crowd jacked up. They're going to hand it off again, and it's really going nowhere. Pickup of maybe a couple on that. As they unpile, it was Weisenberger on the carry, and another punting situation here for the Wildcats. So we thought yards would be hard to come by against this Auburndale defense, and so far that's been the case. 4:27 to play first quarter. Edgar will punt it away. Edgar was late getting one of their players on the field. Here's a high floating punt, a fair catch call at the 40-yard line, and that's where Auburndale will have it. 1st and 10 at the Edgar 40. We'll take a quick time out here. You're watching Auburndale Edgar football on Zaleski Sports.
Rich, creamy, and fun. Point Craft Soda. Caffeine-free, made with 100% real sugar. From Stevens Point Brewery.
And we're back as Auburndale quickly gets to the line. Out of the gun once again. Here comes the blitz. They're going to hand it off. No, the quarterback keeps it, and he gets smacked. And now a flag flies in. Are they going to get a face mask on that? I don't think he did. It looked like he tried to rip the ball out after the tackle. They're going to call that against Edgar. If that's a face mask, that's a bad call. He didn't have a grip of the face mask. He was trying to rip the ball out of the quarterback's hands. Is that what they called? They're going to mark off the penalty. It is going to be a personal foul. They call a face mask. Man, I didn't see that. But it moves the ball. It's a 15-yard face mask penalty. Holy cow. Down inside the 30-yard line all the way to the 29. I think he saw the Edgar player trying to rip the football out and cause a fumble, and instead, Edgar's going to take a timeout. Jerry Sins isn't happy with that call, and I don't blame him. Timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. Back in a moment. You're watching Auburndale Edgar football on Zaleski Sports.
At Express Employment Professionals, we place people from all walks of life in all kinds of jobs.
Hi, welcome to Express. Please sign in and have a seat.
Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks. Great, thanks.
Thank you for helping Abbey Bank become the most highly recommended community bank.
Thank you to all of our customers for helping us be successful.
Thank you for putting your trust in us.
Thank you for your loyalty.
Thank you for helping us support our communities.
We are grateful for customers like you.
Thank you to all of our customers. We hope to see you soon.
Tom King and my producer Rachel Zaleski back here at Auburndale High School as the Eagles are in business here. 1st and 10 on the Edgar 20-yard line. 30-yard line. Out of the gun. They're going to throw it deep and overthrowing his intended receiver by about 7 yards. Trayton Weber just airmailed that one over the head of his intended receiver, Alex Wilfart. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Weber has shown he's got a pretty strong arm. That time he just flung it a little too far. 2nd down and 10. All of these receivers are in single coverage by the Edgar Wildcat defensive backs. And now the quarterback's going to keep it, and he's going nowhere. Wrapped up and dropped, a host of white jerseys in. Making the initial hit, I believe, was Carter Butt from his linebacker spot. And it's going to be 3rd down and long. 3rd down and about 12. Loss of 2 on that. 3:37 to play here, first quarter. Still no score. This time, Auburndale huddling up. For much of that first drive, they just lined up and had the play signaled in from the sideline. Now they come out, same formation again, 4 receiver set. And Weber wants to throw. He pump fakes, throws, he's got him in, incomplete. Once again, it was a little bit high, and the intended receiver, Timothy Schmidt, went up. The Edgar defender was there to challenge the pass, and it's incomplete. Weber so far is 2 out of 5, 2 out of 6 through the air for 16 yards. But now 4th down and long. They're going to go for it here. 4th down and about 12 in Edgar territory at the 30-yard line. So let's see if the Edgar defense can once again get a turnover on downs. They've done it a number of times. Blitz coming. They get rid of it. It's caught. Oh, it's dropped. He was wide open and nobody near him, and he dropped the football. That was Aiden Cherney, the intended receiver, and that was just a drop. Hit him right in the numbers. And he probably would have been able to get a 1st down on that. Instead, Edgar will take over on downs. 1st and 10 Wildcats now on their own 30-yard line. As we mentioned, Auburndale coming into the game unbeaten, tied for first in the conference with Colby. Wildcats with just one loss on the season. That was to Colby a few weeks ago. Both of these teams will be heading to the playoffs in a couple of weeks. Strite's going to try a reverse to Schuett. He cuts it back, and he's going to get dropped, and for no gain. Tried to cut it back, and there was nowhere to go, and Schuett went down on the reverse. Call it no gain on the play. 2nd down and 10. Down to 2:33 to play here in the first quarter. Strite under center. Quick hitter inside, and this is Butt, puts his head down, carrying tacklers out across the 35 to about the 37. Pick up about 7 on that. Going to be 3rd down and 3 here for the Wildcats. Schuett splits out wide left to the near side. Strite's going to hand it off. This is Butt. He's got big room, 1st down and more. Cuts it back to the center of the field. And now a flag is going to fly in. Behind the play is going to be a hold, and that's going to come back. Carter Butt with a big carry and a 1st down and more, but it's coming back. I would imagine the hold is going to be called at about the 46-yard line of Auburndale. So they'll mark it off from there. Actually, it's going to be a block in the back against the Wildcats, but it's going to be enough for a 1st down. They got a 1st down on it as they're going to mark the ball back to the 44-yard line. So the block in the back came after he picked up the 1st down. So it's 1st and 10, Edgar from their own 44. And they give it this time to Jace Applebeck. He's got some positive yardage. Did that ball come loose? No. Some of the Auburndale players thought it did. They're unpiling it. It'll be 2nd down for the Wildcats. Applebeck was able to cover that up after he picked up about 7 on that. Going to be 2nd down and 3. You saw last week that Jerry Sins and his staff were trying to get more people touches of the football, trying to get some of these guys so they're not so banged up heading toward the end of the season and into the playoffs. Carter Butt with a lot of carries, so they were getting the ball to Applebeck and Weisenberger and Schuett and some of the others. This time, they give it to Butt. He spins away from a tackle, picks up the 1st down. That was all Carter Butt right there. He's going to be gang tackled, but not until he gets it into Auburndale territory at about the 44-yard line. He was hit behind the 1st down marker, but able to pick up positive yardage and get the 1st down. First and 10, Edgar. We go under a minute to play in the first quarter. Wildcats come to the line. Quick hitter again, and this is Weisenberger, breaks it outside. He's got some running room, and nice open field tackle, but not until he got it to the 30-yard line. Making the stop for Auburndale was Blake Robb, but another 1st down. Pickup of 13 on the carry for Weisenberger, and it's another 1st down for the Wildcats. So moving the football on this drive, something they weren't able to do the first 2 times they had the football. And they've got it in Auburndale territory now, 1st and 10 inside the 30-yard line. Strite, another quick hitter to the butt, makes the first man miss, and now another flag flies in behind the play. And it looks like it's going to be another hold against Edgar. Jerry Sins and his staff cannot be happy with all these flags. All I could think of is because last week both teams were called for numerous holds, and all I'm thinking is that these officiating crews have been given an edict to watch for holding closely because there have been a lot of holding calls in games this year. And last week, both teams got called a number of times. And here tonight, we've seen at least 3, maybe 4 already. And that brings the ball back out to the 40-yard line. 1st and 20 for the Wildcats from there. That's going to be the end of the first quarter. We are scoreless after 1. We'll take a timeout and come back with more. You're watching Auburndale Edgar football on Zaleski Sports.
For years, our Store Innovations customers told us they love our countertops, but only wanted to deal with one company for their entire kitchen project. Well, we've heard you. So now Store Innovations can give you a brand new kitchen with the same high quality products, selection, expertise we've been giving you for years. And now we can give you that brand new kitchen in just 1 week. After sitting down with our designers, picking out cabinets, countertops, and flooring, it will only take us 1 week to install everything. Store Innovations, new kitchens in just 1 week.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
And we're back here at Auburndale High School. Of course, home of former Badger and Packer Mark Tauser. His name is around the field here, although this is called Thorpe Field at Auburndale High School. Wildcats 1st and 20, and Strite wants to throw inside screen. He's got his man, that's Butt, and he is going to break it down and going to get all the way down inside the 30-yard line to near the 25. 15 on the inside screen pass to Carter Butt. It's going to be short of the first down, but it picks up a bunch, and it's going to be 2nd down and about 5 for the Wildcats. You got to be so disciplined as a defense on those inside screens to read that and know and not just chase the quarterback because he's just going to dump it over your heads. Here's the handoff to Butt. Dances away from the first man again. Gets it down inside the 20. That's going to be enough for a first down. Picked up about 6 on that. Carter Butt is so good at making the first tackler miss. Almost invariably at the line of scrimmage, there's a guy to meet him, and he sort of makes just a little side step, little cut, and is able to make that first man miss and is able to pick up positive yardage more often than not. 1st and 10 Wildcats. Ball just inside the Auburndale 20-yard line. Points are going to be at a premium. Who gets on the board first here tonight? We're scoreless. Handoff to Butt again. Tries the left side. That's going nowhere. That time, the Auburndale defense won the battle at the point of attack, and there were 3 or 4 blue jerseys to meet Butt that time. See if they gave him forward progress back to the 20-yard line. They did, so it's going to be 2nd down and 10, maybe 11. They maybe marked it back a little bit. 4-down territory here for the Wildcats at this point on the field. Schuett splitting out wide right. They're going to try the quick hitter inside, and not much there. Weisenberger got knocked down after just a short gain, maybe a yard. Maybe no gain on that. Going to be 3rd down and 10. So the Auburndale defense stiffening here, getting a couple of stops, and now big 3rd down play for them. 3rd down and 10 from the Auburndale 20. Strike, play action, rolls out. He's got some room to run. Instead, he throws. He's got a man. That's Baumgartner, the tight end. It's going to be a first down near the 5-yard line, it looks like. And that's going to be a pickup of about 15 on that. Strite had the option to run that time. He had some running room, but he saw Baumgartner was wide open, so he just flipped him a little pass, and they pick up the first down to about the 5-yard line. Going to be 1st and goal from there for the Wildcats. Edgar trying to get on the board first here. Trips backfield behind Strite. This time they give it to Butt. Left side, big hole into the end zone. Touchdown. Carter Butt will get Edgar on the board first here with a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Wildcats draw first blood. 9:16 to play here, second quarter. It's 6-0 pending the extra point. And they'll go for 2 here. They've had mixed success this year going for 2-point conversions. Strite under center. Play action, he wants to throw. Baumgartner was open. Now he'll finally get him the ball. It's caught. Nobody went with Brett Baumgartner. Strite had to pump fake twice before he got him the football. 2-point conversion on the pass to Baumgartner, and it's 8-0 Edgar. We'll take a timeout. You're watching Auburndale Edgar football on Zaleski Sports.
Little Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great child care you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children stay, their 4K children to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggle worms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Tom King back here at Auburndale High School. So Edgar gets on the board first. They lead at 8-0. A 5-yard touchdown run by Carter Butt. 2-point conversion pass from Tegan Strite to Brett Baumgartner. Harrison Gravine handles the kickoff duties for the Wildcats. Straight ahead kicker, high end over end kick. Short though, going to be fielded now. Takes a bounce before it's fielded at about the 25. Trying to bounce it outside. Breaking tackles and getting it out across the 20 to about the 26. Maybe 24. Call it the 24. And that's where Auburndale will begin this offensive series. We should say pretty good job by the Edgar defense of shutting down this high-powered Auburndale offense, at least so far. Auburndale has put big amounts of points on the board so far this year. They beat Abbotsford last week 49-6. They pounded Marathon 50-22. Every win has been double figures. Now they're going to try a run around the right side. Good job as the quarterback tried to get the corner. He is tripped up. Chase Applebeck made the stop that time on Weber as he tried to get it around the corner. Call it a loss of 1 on the play. And they're right back to the line. Now they're going to change the play here. They look to the sideline. Skill players check their wristbands. And they're going to play action. They want to throw, and it's going to be incomplete, off the mark. The receiver didn't cut out as far as the quarterback thought he was going to. He was trying to get it to Aiden Cherney, incomplete. So that is 5 straight incompletions thrown by Weber. And it's 3rd down and long, 3rd down about 11. Out of the gun once again. 4 receivers set. He wants to throw. Got a man on the slant. It's caught. Breaks a tackle. Going to be short of the first down, though. He got it out close. On the reception was Lucas Yeski. Took a hit. Wasn't able to get away and pick up the first down. It's going to be 4th down. It's going to be 4th down at about a yard, and they're going to go for it here. Wow. So in their own territory, they'll go for it here. No, they changed their mind. They're going to punt the football, or at least line up to punt. They only need a yard, so Edgar's going to have to be vigilant against a fake punt here. Carter Butt's going to drop back. It's going to be 4th down and about a yard. And it looks like they are going to go for it now. Now they drop back the punter. They lined up tight, trying to confuse Edgar here. Now they drop back in punt formation. The snap is good, and the punt was nearly blocked. He got it away. A high floater that's going to go out of bounds on the far side, just across midfield. Almost getting there to block the punt was Carver Higgins. He missed that by a fingernail. So the Wildcats defense stops Auburndale again, and the Wildcats get the ball back here just on their side of midfield. Actually, it's going to be marked out at the, 46-yard line. All right, 46, 1st and 10 for Edgar from there. Avery Normington splits out wide to the near side. Offset backfield behind Tegan Strite. And they're going to try the first man through. That's Weisenberger breaking tackles, carrying the pile for 1st down yardage. Nice run by Weisenberger. He picked up about 12 or 13 on that into Auburndale territory at about the 42-yard line. 1st and 10 Wildcats at the Auburndale 42-yard line. 7:11 to play here in the first half. Blitz coming, and a quick hitter, and that's not going very far. Maybe picked up a couple on that. Carter Butt on the carry. Maybe got about 2. 2nd down and 8 for the Wildcats. Stone Innovations, one of our great sponsors from Plover. They're here to serve you. Stone Innovation specializes in the fabrication, design, and installation of stone countertops. Stone Innovations Incorporated operates with the most advanced fabrication equipment in the industry. Visit stoneinnovations.net to begin your order. Strite brings Edgar to the line. They're going to hand it off to Butt. Puts his head down and picks up positive yardage down to about the 35-yard line. Picked up about 5 on that. It's going to be short of the 1st down. 3rd down and about 3 here for the Wildcats. Edgar finishes the regular season next week with a home matchup against Marathon. Auburndale, big matchup with Colby. They're hoping to be both teams unbeaten next week, but the Wildcats have the lead here, 8-0 and driving again. Now Carter Butt cuts back, and he's going nowhere, swamped under. Maybe lost a yard on that as the Auburndale defense swarmed in that time. Going to be 4th down and about 3. I would imagine they'll go for it here. Clock moving, 5:37 to play in the first half. And they will go for it here. Big play in this game. Because not only does Edgar move the chains here if they can, but they keep the ball out of the Auburndale offense hands. Quick hitter, this is Weisenberger. Did he get enough? I think he did. He fell forward, and he's going to get enough for the 1st down, I believe. Got it down near the 30-yard line, and that'll be enough. It's a 1st down for Edgar. Quick hitter by Colby Weisenberger. Picked up about 4 on that. He needed 3. It's going to be 1st and 10 Edgar at the Auburndale, well, just inside the 31. Weisenberger's going to split out wide to the far side this time. And they're going to play action. They're going to run the option. They're going to get it to Weisenberger. Oh, and he got absolutely drilled. And now a flag flies in. They're going to call a hit to the head, I think. Weisenberger spun away from one tackler, and he was defenseless and got blasted. And I think it was an okay hit, except that it was a little bit high. I think he might have got it helmet to helmet. And it will be a personal foul against Auburndale. Head contact, yeah, that's what it is. Helmet to helmet. And it wasn't, I don't think it was intentional as Weisenberger spun away from the tackler, but they're going to call that not only in college but in high school too. And it'll be a first down for Edgar at the 30-yard line. First and 10, Wildcats. Now they're going to mark off an extra 5. They forgot the extra 5 yards. So the ball marked down to the 15-yard line is where Edgar will have it first and 10. They hand it off to Carter Butt, tries the right side, puts his head down, gets it down near the 10. Second down. And about 5. They can get a first down. Ball's at the 10-yard line. They can get a first down at about the 5. Wildcats come to the line. Stride under center. Hand it off to Butt left side this time. And maybe close to a first down. It's going to be short, though. Got it down inside the 10 to about the 7. Going to be third down and 2. 13th carry already tonight for Carter Butt, 48 yards and a touchdown. Clock moving, 3:43 to play here in the first half. Strike, Butt again left side, that's going nowhere. 2 or 3 Auburndale jerseys were there to meet Carter Butt that time. They won the battle in the trenches as they unpile. Making that initial hit was Sloan Welsh, senior defensive lineman for the Eagles. And it's going to be fourth down. Fourth down, and they need about 4 yards for a first down here. They're not going to try a field goal. They're going to go for it here. Even if they don't get it, Auburndale is going to be starting deep in their own territory. It's a quick hitter inside. They didn't get it. Let's see where they mark it. It's going to be Auburndale football, I believe. Yeah, it's Auburndale football. They stopped him. Good stand by the Auburndale defensive front right there on a couple of rushes. Edgar could not pick up a first down. So they turn it over on downs, and Auburndale will go back on offense here with 2:51 to play in the first half. They've got all 3 of their timeouts left, and they've got to go about 93 yards here, starting on their own 7-yard line. Trayton Weber operating out of the gun. He's going to keep it, try the right side. He's going to be knocked down after a short gain. Maybe got it near the 10-yard line. Picked up about 3 on that. Second down and 7. He's now a fake handoff. He's going to keep it. Got a little bit of running room and then was nailed at about the 15. Baumgartner was in there on the stop. Brady Stencil in there as well. Third down and a couple here. They're going to hand it off this time and run it off the right side. First down yardage for Auburndale out across the 20 to about the 24. Looked like Caden Anderson on the carry. Let's see who that was. Yeah, it was Caden Anderson, number 10 on the carry. His first carry of the night, picked up a first down. Auburndale quickly to the line. Play action, they want to throw. They look deep. Now they throw it deep down the near sideline. They got a man. It's going to be caught over the top. Incredible catch right there by Lucas Yeski. That was great coverage. I don't think Avery Normington could have done anything else without interfering. It was good coverage, and Yeski just went up and made the play over the top into Edgar territory at about the 38-yard line. Heck of a play right there. Now they want to throw again. They're going to try it deep down the other sideline. This one's going to hang up in the air, and it's broken up. Good defense that time. That was Hartway who was there in position. That ball a little bit underthrown and able to knock it away. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10. Clock stopped, 1:24 to play here in the first half. Ball's at the Edgar 38-yard line. Auburndale trying to take advantage of that big pass completion. Edgar showing blitz. Auburndale picked it up, pass across the middle, busted up, it's in the air, picked up, dropped! It was an easy interception for Schuett after the ball was tipped, and he just could not grab it. Incomplete. Good defense knocked that ball away from the intended receiver. It flipped up in the air, and Schuett, boy, that's about the easiest interception he's ever going to have. And I don't know if he took his eye off it, but could not grab it, and it falls incomplete. 3rd down and 10 here for Auburndale. They're going to play action again. Big rush. He gets rid of it. It's caught, but an immediate tackle after a short gain. Hartway in on the stop again on the completed pass. Making the catch was Timothy Schmidt, but only for a short gain of about 4. Timeout called by Auburndale, and we'll take one as well. Back in a moment. You're watching Auburndale Edgar football on Zaleski Sports.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and 0 premium company-paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
Tom King back here at Auburndale High School. The Eagles facing a 4th down and 6. Maybe 7. As they try to keep this drive alive right before halftime. Edgar leading here 8-0. Out of the gun. They want to throw again. It's caught, and it's going to be a 1st down. Completed pass, and that was to Yeski again. There was that Schmidt. Looks like it was Timothy Schmidt who made the catch. They quickly come back to the line. Weber wants to throw again. Looking, he's got lots of time. Throws, it's caught, middle of the field, made a move. Great move down inside the 10-yard line. That was Aiden Cherney on the catch. Beautiful pass from Weber that time. And Auburndale wants to quickly get to the line here and line it up. 1st and goal. They're at the 5, it looks like. They're going to hand it off inside. No, the quarterback's going to keep it, try to get it around the corner. Does he get it in? Yes, touchdown. Auburndale with 32 seconds remaining in the half. And some big pass plays on that drive moved them down into position. And then it was a 5-yard run by the quarterback, Trayton Weber, picking up the touchdown. They are a 2-point conversion away from tying this one up. .32 seconds remaining, so a long drive which started on their own 7-yard line. Of course, the big play was that long pass. And they will take a timeout here. We'll keep it right here. And I can remind you that our game is brought to you in part by Heartland Farms. Heartland Farms, a 5th-generation potato and vegetable farm producing many varieties of chipping potatoes and currently farming 27,000 irrigated acres and growing. They're currently the cream of the crop in the potato farming business. You can learn more at heartland.farm. That's heartland.farm. Also, Fleet Farm, where get ready for fall cleanup. Well, get ready. You're almost done with fall cleanup now. Winter's coming. Get all the gear you need. Mowers and spreaders, grass seed and fertilizers. Plus, check out supplies like pressure washers, shed, and paint. You can get everything you need in one stop, of course. Get it all at Fleet Farm. Coming up at halftime, Jason Selesky will be talking with Edgar head coach Jerry Sins. Wildcats one home game remaining next week against Marathon. The traditional rivalry will be resumed next Friday night. We'll have it for you. And then it'll be playoff time already. Seems like the season has gone pretty quickly. 2-point conversion here. Attempt for Auburndale to tie the game. Weber out of the gun. He rolls left. He wants to throw, and it's going to be knocked down. It's going to be incomplete, and the 2-point conversion is no good, and Edgar will maintain an 8-6 lead here with 32 seconds to play in the second quarter. So, a 5-yard run for the quarterback, Trayton Weber, brought them within a 2-point conversion of tying the game. They did not get the 2-point conversion, so Edgar still leading 8-6. Our game brought to you in part tonight by Ag Country Farm Credit Services. They're a farmer-owned co-op offering a wide array of custom financing and financial services. From loans and leases to crop insurance and tax and records, they have you covered. Contact Ag Country in Stevens Point to get started. So Edgar will get the football back, but not much time to operate. They do have 2 timeouts remaining, but with just 32 seconds, unless they get really good field position, I would imagine they'll be content to go in at halftime with the lead here and see where they are. Here's the kick. It's a squibber down the middle of the field, fielded by one of the upmen at the 30. And bringing it out across the 40, that's Hartway on the return. Out near the 45-yard line. Good field position here for Edgar, so maybe they'll want to try something with 28 seconds and 2 timeouts remaining. Ball's going to be marked just across the 45. I mentioned it was senior night here. It's homecoming for Auburndale as well. So they will have some halftime festivities here for homecoming. Chilly night for the homecoming crowd. Here's Stride. He wants to throw. Now he's being rushed. Gets it out on the flat to Carter Butt. Butt cuts it back. Makes one man miss. He's going to pick up a few tough yards. Got it out near the 48 before he's driven backwards. Edgar does take a timeout here. I thought they had 2 timeouts remaining. The PA announcer just said that was their final timeout of the half. I thought they had 2 left. I believe they do have 1 remaining according to the scoreboard. So we'll see 2nd down and about 7 here for the Wildcats. Ball just shy of midfield with just 11 seconds remaining on the clock here in the first half. So as we thought, a low-scoring defensive struggle so far in this one. Edgar scoring on a 5-yard touchdown run by Carter Butt. The 2-point conversion pass to Brett Baumgartner was complete from Tegan Strite. Auburndale responds with a long drive from their own 7-yard line and scores on a 5-yard touchdown run by the quarterback, Trayton Weber. The 2-point conversion, though, no good, and Edgar leads it here 8-6. So let's see if Edgar wants to try a long pass here. They do have 4 receivers in the formation. Out of the gun, instead they're going to hand it off to Butt, and he is not going to get much. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be all. I would imagine they'll let the clock run out here. And they will. That'll be the end of the first half. So the first half in the books, and Edgar has a 2-point advantage. They lead at 8-6. We'll come back with halftime programming after this. You're watching Auburndale Edgar football on Zaleski Sports. On just an absolutely gorgeous night. 2nd down and 11. They pitch it the right side. They're going to try to get the corner now. Cutting it back. That's Butt. He breaks through, makes a cut, makes another cut, and he's off to the races.
Time now for the Jerry Sin Show. Recorded at Edgar Family Restaurant in Edgar. And sponsored by Security Health Plan. Security Health Plan, promises kept, plain and simple. Visit securityhealth.org today. Welcome to the Jerry Sin Show, sponsored by Security Health Plan, promises kept, plain and simple, here at the Edgar Family Restaurant. I'm your host, Jason Zaleski, here with Edgar football head coach Jerry Sins. Coach notched another win on the season, 28-8 over Pittsville. We talked last week about the Panthers being a defensive-minded team, and I think you found that out. The yards and touchdowns were hard to come by. We knew offensively they had some challenges, but defensively, we thought it would be a challenging game, and early on especially, their defense was pretty good.
Yeah, it was a good game. They're pretty athletic, good size, probably as big as us or bigger, and we had some breaks, I thought, early. I mean, I don't know if their guy attempted this onside kick or if it just went that way, but he kicked to start the game, and it was coming right toward our sideline, in fact, right by me, and it certainly looked like it was going to go out of bounds. And so I'm yelling, get away, get away. And the ball got about a half a foot from the sideline, bounced straight up in the air, fell and laid right there in bounds. And they had a guy flying down the sideline, and he dove on it. But I noticed, of course, because it was right by me, that when he dove on it, he was out of bounds himself. And so then I told the official, sir, he was out of bounds. He recovered that ball, he was out of bounds. And so then they got together and they looked at it, and I didn't know it was taking so much time. Well, lo and behold, the poor guy who made a great play, he got a 15-yard penalty then, too, for being the first guy to touch the ball in bounds when he came from out of bounds. And I don't think I've ever seen that rule called in 48 years of coaching in high school. I see it on TV once in a while in the pros and a punt or something.
Right.
So we not only got the ball back, but we got a 15-yard penalty on top of it, which was a huge break to start the game, because it could have been their ball on like the 30-yard line going in. Instead, it's our ball out at the 45 or 6. And then I believe there was a turnover that was involved in there too, right before half. We actually scored with 5 seconds left in the half. It was 14-0. I think we went up 21-0 then, so it was 21-0 at half. But scoring with 5 seconds left was kind of a fortunate thing too.
2 weeks ago, Tegan Stride had a pretty nice game passing, 4 for 10 this week, but yet you piled up almost 260 yards. At what point during that game did you decide, you know what, we're better off just kind of sticking on the ground and just grinding these guys, just grinding this one out?
Well, yeah, we talked about it at halftime to try to just take time off the clock if we could, and play some, ball possession stuff. And so we did that fairly well. We also wanted to get our other backs some carries because they don't have many. I think we still ended up with all 3 of our running backs all had less than 10 carries. I mean, a couple of them had 9, one guy had 8 or whatever. Yep. And we keep talking every week about getting them more carries, but for some reason it just never happens. I don't know. So those are things that we're working on. Once again, as you get later in the season and it gets cold and it gets wet, well, you got to carry the ball more. You got to run more because it becomes difficult to pass if it's windy and cold.
On the other side, they rushed 31 times, so they rushed almost as many. You had 35 attempts, they had 31, yet they had 201 yards less rushing than you. How was your defense able to solve their running game?
Well, we've been playing pretty good rush defense all year, and once again, because we do have some fairly experienced guys back on defense, so that's one thing. I guess other than the Colby game where we didn't necessarily play that good, but other than that, yeah, we've been playing fairly well in that, and I thought we did it again in the Pittsville game, and hopefully we can continue to improve on that. We've been shuffling guys in yet in the defensive line, trying to rest guys and so on. But overall, yeah, our 3 linebackers are all pretty experienced, so that helps too.
Let up a touchdown in the 4th quarter. Anybody have any hard feelings about that?
Oh, my wife, probably. But other than that, I don't know that. We had some backups in there at that time. It was actually it was a contested play. A sophomore defensive back of ours, Will Hack, went up and fought with the guy for the ball, and we didn't know if it was an interception or a touchdown, but they called it dual possession, and then dual possession goes to the offense. So that was what happened in the end.
Yeah, 32-yard touchdown reception there at the very end of the game. So 28-8 final score. We talked about this last week too. Pittsville came in probably a better team on paper than what their record shows. You saw them up close in person. They were in the Marywood a number of years ago, had left for a couple of years for the Central Wisconsin, now back. This year, in that Central Wisconsin Conference, Pittsville's probably the second best team in that conference, probably going to the playoffs, but the Marywood as a conference top to bottom, a whole different deal than some of the other conferences in the area.
Yeah, I thought they were pretty good. You know, I really did. Like I said, they had decent size, speed, everything. You know, we couldn't really detect any weaknesses they had anywhere. We were maybe a little faster than them, and you know, might have helped us a few times. And I thought we punted fairly well again and stuff like that. But yeah, overall, they're a pretty solid team.
Yeah, your win was one of the largest margin of victories that they have had this year. So they played in some close games. A nice win. Their coach 28-8 over Pittsville last week. Now we move to Auburndale. These Cats got something going on down in Auburndale. Eagles, I guess I should say, right? 76-0, 62-0, 35-0, 29-8, 50-22, 49-6. Auburndale is a tough football team.
Yeah, they're very experienced. They're pretty much big everywhere. You know, even like their defensive backs are good sized guys, you know, 6'2", 190-pound guys and so on. Receivers are big guys. Their quarterback, who's extremely talented, is one of their smaller players at, you know, maybe 6 feet, 165 or whatever. But overall, yeah, they just pretty much have good guys everywhere. Offense, defense. Their punter has a great leg. He booms them high and long, and their return men are experienced. So you can't really detect any weaknesses on their team.
Yeah, quarterback Trayton Weber, 800 yards passing on the season. That's a lot, you know, through 5-6 games. They had a forfeit win in there somewhere. Well, five games in conference, I should say. 8-0 overall. So that's pretty good. Passing to Tim Schmidt, 235 yards receiving. Aiden Cherney's got over 200 yards receiving. Weber on the ground, 640 yards. So these guys get it done offensively. You know, tackling wise, I know you've maybe complained you've had some issues tackling during the season, but I think that's gotten better as the season's went on. But your tackling will need to be really good on Friday night.
Yeah, they present probably the most varied offensive attack that we've seen thus far this year. They don't really care whether they run it or pass it. They'll just do whichever one they think is working the best, and they're very good at both of them. And of course, Weber is the guy that's leading them both. Yeah, he runs the ball just as well as he throws it, and he throws it really well. So he's certainly going to be a tough guy to contend with.
As far as road games are concerned, you haven't had many this year. This is your, well, I suppose your third or your fourth? Third, yeah, only the third. And up until the playoffs, it will be just 3 on the regular season. Going to be a big crowd. You know, you'll bring a crowd. I call them innocent bystanders in the area that maybe don't watch a football game. They're going to show up to this kind of game. And of course, you're going to have the whole town of Auburndale there. So you're going to have a lot of people watching. You and the guys ever talk about that when you're on the road, and especially now this year where there's so few road games, but this is going to be the biggest crowd you've played in front of. Do you mention that to your guys and how to stay with, let's just play the game right here in the field, not worry about what's going on in the bleachers?
No, I don't really think they notice it much, to tell you the truth. I know I certainly don't as a coach. I'll talk to fans after the game and they'll be commenting on what was said in the crowd, or, you know, this or that, and I never heard that. I don't, you know, pay any attention to what the other student fans were yelling or any of these kinds of things. And I don't think our players play much different home or away. Last year we had 6 games on the road and only 3 at home. And I think we play about equally well either place. I think when you go on the road, you're a little more focused in because you have that bus trip where everybody's together for a half an hour. And at home, maybe they're a little more relaxed and whatever. And then on the road, maybe a little more focused. So I think it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be a big crowd, and that'll be fun.
It will be a big crowd. I can see that coming from a mile away. The weather's going to be for the first Saturday, or is it the second Saturday or Friday in October? The weather's pretty good on Friday night. No rain in the forecast. You're going to get, like I say, those innocent bystanders out there. Those curious onlookers are going to make the drive. It is a short bus ride. You mentioned that. Just the 30 minutes on the bus. Is that a quiet bus ride there, or do you take the opportunity to talk to your guys on the way down?
No, it's pretty quiet. We talk a little. They're basically just kind of studying game information sheets and stuff like that on the way down. You know, if we had video on the bus like you do if you take Greyhounds, so then we'd probably review a little video on the bus, but we don't. So yeah, they just do that. And on the way home, depending on win, lose, whatever, well, you know, yeah, the bus might be a little louder on the way home, but it's pretty quiet on the way to games.
If you happen to win on the field afterwards with Coach Jay Anderson, you're going to have to tell him to beat Colby the next week to you know, get yourself a share of the conference title. But all that will come after the game. You know, and I'm sure Jay would welcome that encouragement if you happen to win the game. But this could be a tough one. Auburndale, a D6 team, so they're a level above you. Playoff seeding. It looks like you're pretty close to. If you were to falter on Friday night and perhaps drop that game, we might be looking at just one home playoff game and then on the road in that level too. So it's a pretty important game for a lot of reasons. Any consideration into that?
Well, we're just talking about the conference now, basically. You know, with the players and just as you said, if we could be fortunate enough to pull out a win on Friday, well then we certainly have to hope that Auburndale could beat Colby the following Friday, and we could, you know, beat Marathon, which would be our senior night, because all those games should be pretty tough, contested games, and of course that would give a guy a share of the title. And with an 8-1 record, if we shared, you know, the Merriwood title, I assume we'd get seated fairly high.
Well, I would assume so. Strength of schedule listings came out. WIAA is starting to reveal more of the seeding process, the seeding math. We think we know what it is, and we've done some tests, and it looks like we're pretty close on it, if not exact. They've got you as the strength of schedule 82nd toughest schedule in the state. So pretty tough schedule. This will add to that, and that strength of schedule is a big lump of that pie, big section of the pie for seeding process. So we look forward to the game. Tom King pregame show at 6:50. Again, you're going to be at the game anyway. But if you're not able to get there, Tom King, 6:50 pregame. Kickoff is at 7 at Auburndale. So get down there, probably standing room only. If you don't get there, I would think by 6:45 you're gonna wear out your shoes walking and standing over in the corner somewhere. But it'd be a nice night to get out. So get down there and watch these guys play. Lastly, Coach, Packers are in England on Sunday. 8:30 a.m. for us kickoff. What are some strategies to waking up that early in the morning to watch a football game?
Yeah, we had to play at State a couple times when we dropped to Division 7 at 10 a.m. and I didn't really like it. You know, it was a lot more fun playing at 1. Yeah. It's hard to get high school kids fired up at 10 a.m., even if it's for a state championship game. Yeah. And so I don't know what the Packers, you know, plan necessarily is. We actually have confirmation in town this weekend for some of our kids, and that's at 11 o'clock. So I'll get to watch half the Packer game before before church this week, so it'll work out okay.
Some of the kids might be, or the grown-ups too, might be a little bleary-eyed, especially if they were at a wedding or something the night before, and get up and Packers kickoff at 8:30. So interesting. They said it's the first time in this London series that two teams playing both have winning records. Both the Giants and the Packers are 3-1. They say that's never happened before. Of course, they've sent some of the bottom of the NFL over there to play, but two teams with winning records. So look forward to that as well.
Yeah, it should be good. Should be a good game.
Yeah. All right, Coach. Good luck on Friday at Auburndale.
Thank you very much, Jason.
That'll do it for this edition of the Jerry Sin Show, sponsored by Secure the Health Plan. Promises kept, plain and simple. We'll see you again next week.
On just an absolutely gorgeous night. And we're back here. Halftime is almost complete. Auburndale's homecoming and senior night here. And the Edgar Wildcats leading the Eagles by a score of 8-6. A defensive struggle in that first half of football. The Wildcats got on the board first as it was a 5-yard run by Carter Butt with 9:16 to play in the first half. 2.8-0. Auburndale was able to complete a long pass that kept a long drive alive. They marched it 93 yards for a touchdown just before halftime. 32 seconds left on the clock, and a 5-yard run by the Auburndale quarterback, Trayton Weber. The 2-point conversion attempt, though, was no good, and that's where we stand 8-6. Unofficial stats at halftime for Edgar: 92 rushing yards, led by 48 for Carter Butt and 37 for Colby Weisenberger. 33 yards passing for 125 yards of offense. Auburndale, 32 rushing yards, 91 passing, 123 total yards unofficially for the Eagles in this one. And Auburndale had won the toss, and they deferred, so they're going to get the football here to start the second half of action. So it'll be the Edgar defense who will get the call here early in the second half to try to keep this 2-point lead. Harrison Gravine will kick it off for the Wildcats. 2 men deep for Auburndale here. And the boots away. Another high end-over-end kick, but short. Taken just inside the 20 to 25. Bouncing it outside, 25, 30, 35. Made one man miss. Now he's got some room down the sideline. He's going to be knocked out of bounds across the 35 to about the 37-yard line. Decent return for the Eagles, and it will be Auburndale football, 1st and 10 on their own 37-yard line. They come to the line. 3 receivers in the formation this time, a little bit different than what they've shown. They're going to hand it off, inside run, positive yardage. Moving the pile, still moving the pile. Still not down, still moving the pile, and getting it out near first down yardage. The officials let him finish that play. It looked like that play was stopped, and the run in there by Evan Scholl picked up 5 extra yards after that play. Looked like it was stopped. Got about 8 on the play. And it's 2nd down and 2. And they're going to throw a handoff inside. First down yardage and more. Scholl again, then he gets popped. Not before he gets it across midfield to about the 48 of Edgar. Picked up about 9 on that. 1st and 10 Auburndale, and they once again come quickly to the line. Trayton Weber out of the gun. Pass out, run pass option, and Weber keeps it, gets it around the right side down to about the 45-yard line. And a pickup of about 4 on the carry. 2nd down and a long 6. And it's going to be another keeper by Weber. Tries the left side of the line, picks up some positive yardage. Short of the first down. Brady Stencil on the tackle for the Wildcats. Pickup of about 5 on that. Going to be 3rd down and 1.5 yards. And they're quickly on the attack again. Inside handoff, 1st down and more for Scholl. Got it down inside the 40 to about the 37. Pickup of about 4 on the carry. And a 1st down for Auburndale. And they quickly come back to the line again. They just want to get to the line and call the play as quickly as they possibly can, wear this Edgar defense down. Now they're going to change the play at the line of scrimmage. Edgar showing blitz. Here it comes, and an inside handoff to Scholl. They went right past the two blitzers that time and picked up positive yardage down inside the 35 to about the 33. Pickup of about 5 on that. Auburndale moving the football on their opening drive of the second half. Another blitz coming, and this time it's going to be wrapped up. That's the quarterback, Weber, who got wrapped up. The blitz worked that time. Carter Butt coming in from his linebacker spot. Stenzel was in there as well. Loss of about 3 on that. They tried that run-pass option, but by the time they decided whether or not the quarterback was going to keep it, the defense was already on top of them. 3rd down and long. 3rd and 9 now for Auburndale. Here comes another blitz from the edge. They pick it up, throw across the middle, incomplete. Collision there in the middle of the field. Auburndale coaches wanted interference call as the defender collided with the intended receiver, Alex Wilfar, but the ball was there at about the same time, so they let it go. 4th down now and 9. And the Eagles have a decision to make here. They're going to go for it, it appears. 8:39 to play, 3rd quarter. 8-6, Edgar with the lead. 4th down and 9. Auburndale will go for it here. Ball at the 36-yard line of the Wildcats. They want to throw. They've got a man. It's caught. 1st down yardage and more. Down inside the 25, near the 20. Aiden Cherney on the catch for 16. 1st and 10, Auburndale at the 20-yard line. Inside handoff, Scholl again. He's got some running room. Closed quickly. Applebeck and Butt in on the stop. Pickup of about 3 on that. Back to the line they come. And the quarterback's going to roll out. Weber's got a man out, complete. And a nice open field tackle, so no gain on the play. That was Hardway coming up to make the stop on the catch by Tim Schmidt. Third down and a long 5 here for Auburndale. Weber out of the gun. Straight drop. Here comes the rush. Tries to throw it. Well, it's got to be... Did they have a man in the area? Edgar wants an intentional grounding penalty there. He just got rid of the football. No flag. I don't think there was any Auburndale receiver in the general vicinity. They're going to talk about it over there, but they haven't thrown a flag yet. And they won't, apparently. So it's going to be 4th down. And now they throw it. Yeah, it's going to be intentional grounding. There wasn't anybody in the area of that pass as the quarterback, Weber, just threw it away as the big rush was coming on top of him. So the late flag thrown after they had discussed it, and that's a good call, I think. It didn't look like there was anybody over in that area with a blue jersey on. So intentional grounding is the call, and it'll bring up a 4th down and long now. They're going to mark that off from the spot of the infraction, so it's back to the 20... or back to the 33-yard line. It's going to be 4th down and a million. I don't think I can count that high. They've got to get it down near the, 8-yard line to get a 1st down, something like that. They're going to go for it here. Play action, they want to throw. Here comes the big rush. He throws it up downfield. It's going to be incomplete, out of bounds. Weber had to get rid of that before he wanted to. Heavy rush by the Wildcats that time, and Edgar will take over on down. So the defense stiffens with the help of an intentional grounding penalty. And the Wildcats will take over. 7:09 to play, 3rd quarter. 8-6, Edgar with the lead. Shewitt's going to split out wide right. Keegan Stride under center. Inside handoff, and this is Butt spinning ahead for about, got it out to about the 39, so call it a pickup of about 6 on that. Second down and a long 3, maybe 4. Avery Normington splitting out wide to the near side. Stride handoff to Butt. They try the left side this time, and he's got the first down out across the 45 to about the 46. Pickup of 7 on the carry for Carter Butt. .61 yards on 16 carries now for Carter Butt. Colby Weisenberger's got 37 yards on 6 carries for the Wildcats. First and 10, Edgar at their own 46-yard line. Quick hitter to Weisenberger. He spins away from one tackler and falls forward for positive yardage. Got it out to about the 50-yard line, right near midfield. Let's call that a pickup of about 4 on the carry. Our game brought to you in part tonight by Nicolay Bank, offering personal banking that works for you with locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Colby, Medford, Edgar, and Merrill. Second down and about 6. And they're going to try Weisenberger again. He's got the first down, slicing through. Down inside the 45 of Auburndale to about the 44. 7 on that. And it's another first down for the Wildcats. As we mentioned, Auburndale coming into this game 8-0 on the season. A big matchup against the other undefeated team in the conference, Colby, next week. They're going to hand it off again. Weisenberger again, and he's going to get positive yardage down inside the 40. Another pickup of about 5 or 6 on that. They're going to mark it at about the 38. Call it 5, 2nd and 5. Clock moving. 4:33 to play, third quarter. Edgar leads by 2. It's 8-6, and they're moving the football. Carter Butt up the middle, puts his head down, and he's going to have another first down. Got it down inside the 35 to about the 34, and that'll be enough for a first down. And Edgar just playing smash mouth football right now, picking up chunks of yardage, 5, 6, 7 yards at a time, and moving the football with straight ahead runs. First and 10 Wildcats. Stride under center. Hands it to Butt, left side. Another hole there. Big yardage. Breaking tackle. Still on his feet into the secondary down near the 20-yard line. Busted that one. 14 on the carry for Butt that time. There was an initial opening at the point of attack. He sliced through that and then dragged a couple of tacklers with him for the last 5 or 6 yards. Another first down for Edgar at the Auburndale 20-yard line. And they're going to try Weisenberger again. All right, they try at the right side this time. And Weisenberger picked up about 4 on that, down to about the 16. This is just a methodical drive and some great blocking up front by the Wildcat offensive line. Positive yardage on almost every play on this drive. And they're going to keep it on the ground. Butt left side, same play. There's a slight crease again, and he picks up positive yardage down near the 10. Pickup of about 5 on that. Third down and maybe a yard and a half, maybe 2. Obvious 4-down territory here for Edgar. And they're going to keep it on the ground. Butt again. Spins away from a tackle, and he'll have the first down. Got it down inside the 10. See where they're going to mark it. Looks like they're going to mark it at about the 6. First and goal for Edgar from there. $90 yards now for Carter Butt on 20 carries. Weisenberger's got 57 yards on 10 carries. And inside handoff, Butt again. Puts his head down, falls forward. Got it down inside the 5. And we've got an Edgar player heading off to the sideline with his helmet off. Looks like he's banged up a bit. Looks like it's one of the linemen. They're going to mark the ball at about the 4. Second and goal from there. Looks like Edgar might have to take a timeout here. They're taking a lot of time. I think they're going to take a timeout, and they will. Timeout, Edgar. Under a minute to play here in the third quarter. Wildcats leading 8-6, but they're threatening to score again here. We'll see what happens when we come back. You're watching Auburndale Edgar football on Zaleski Sports.
Edgar Family Restaurant is located just south of Highway 29 in Edgar and open 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snack, drink, dessert, get it all at Edgar Family Restaurant. Homemade food to fill your belly and your soul. Daily specials including Friday fish fry, soup, salad, pies made from scratch, and a full menu of choices are yours at Edgar Family Restaurant. Give back to those who support our community. Give back and visit Edgar Family Restaurant for breakfast tomorrow, then stay for lunch and dinner too. Edgar Family Restaurant is a proud backer of Wildcats football.
When the last thing you need to happen does. One of our 16 mobile service trucks from Sherrill Tire and Service Center can keep you rolling and growing. Sherrill Tire and Service Center, your locally owned farm tire specialist.
Sherrill Tire and Service, keep growing and rolling with us.
Find your location at SherrillTire.com.
And we're back here at Auburndale High School. I'm Tom King, my producer Rachel Zaleski tonight here on Zaleski Sports. And we've got a defensive struggle here, but Edgar is looking to increase their lead as they are looking at a second down and goal from the 4-yard line right now as Tegan Strite brings them to the line. Trips backfield behind him. They're going to hand it off to Carter Butt. Left side. Does he get it in? Yes, touchdown. I think one official said touchdown. It is a touchdown for the Wildcats. The one official did not make a signal. The one on the far side did. And it's a touchdown for Carter Butt. His second of the night, a 4-yard touchdown run. And the Wildcats have increased their lead now to 14-6, pending the conversion. It's hard to get a good look from our vantage point at that one. I thought he got it in. He only needed 4 yards, and the official took forever to make the signal. They'll go for a single conversion this time. Harrison Gravine will attempt to kick the extra point. Strite is the holder. Snap is there. Kick is up. Line drive, and it is good. 15-6 your score. Edgar with the lead. You're watching Auburndale Edgar football on Zaleski Sports.
You know better when you see it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
But sometimes it's a little harder to tell what better looks like, and you could use a little help.
Thanks, Mom.
Security Health Plan. Everything you need in a health plan. Everything you'd expect from a good neighbor.
Cropping Central, conveniently located between Edgar and Stratford on County Road N, 715-352-2843. Let Cropping Central take care of your field plans, yield mapping, crop scouting, and crop protection, including hail insurance. Cropping Central, 715-352-2843, and visit them on County Road N, west of Edgar.
And we're back here at Auburndale High School, a 2-score lead now for the Wildcats over the Auburndale Eagles. It's 15-6. And we're down inside a minute to play in the third quarter. So Auburndale unbeaten on the year, and their offense has scored a bunch of points. Here's the kick. It's a squibber. Picked up at about the 15. They try a reverse and try to get it around the far side, and they do. And then a nice open field tackle across the 35-yard line by one of the Wildcats over there, who got down and got the ankles of the return man and brought him down. So this Auburndale offense, who has scored tons of points this year, has been held to just 6 through 3 quarters by the Edgar defense. And the offense for Auburndale is going to have to get something going here if they're going to get back into this game. They trail now by 13 points. 1st and 10. Trayton Weber, the quarterback, operating out of the gun. 3 receivers in the formation. Edgar showing blitz again. Now they'll drop back. And they're going to hand it off up the middle. And that was a big push by the Auburndale offensive line. They got about a 3 or 4 yard push on the entire Edgar front that time. And it was Scholl who picked up about 7 yards on that. And it's 2nd down and 3. Quickly back to the line. One thing about this Auburndale offense to catch up, they work quickly. Don't waste a lot of time between plays. Now they're changing the play and looking to the sideline, taking longer than they normally do to get this one off. And they're going to throw it. No, Weber's going to pull it down and run, and he is going to be dropped for a loss of maybe a couple there. Swarming rush by the Wildcats that time. And a 3rd down and about 5 now. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. We will take a timeout here. And Edgar leading by a score of 15-6. You're watching Auburndale Edgar football on Zaleski Sports.
First things first with Mid-State Technical College. Dual credit programs earn you college credit in high school. Then choose a path that suits you. Use your skills to start your career or transfer to a university to continue your degree. Choose a new career. Transition easily and quickly by upgrading your skills. Or continue your education with dozens of classes to get you on your path. No matter your stage of the game, your first move is Mid-State Technical College.
Heartland Custom Homes is your local custom home builder for over 50 years right here in Plover. We are committed to making the process of constructing your dream home as engaging, efficient, and stress-free as possible. Our panelized construction is ideal for our central Wisconsin climate, and our expertise and workmanship give you the confidence to know that your home is in good hands. Stop in or schedule a meeting to talk about your vision and watch as your design takes shape before your eyes. You deserve the home of your dreams. Let Heartland Custom Homes bring yours to life.
And we're back. 3rd down play. Here's a pass. It's going to be caught for a 1st down for Auburndale. First play of the 4th quarter is a completed pass. Alex Wilfart caught it. His first catch of the night. 1st down for the Eagles. They have under 12 minutes now to catch up. 13-point deficit. Edgar leading 15-6. Weber out of the gun. They're going to hand it off. This is Scholl. Tries to cut it back. Was hit once. Broke a tackle. And picked up positive yardage after the initial hit. Carter Butt hit him in the backfield. He broke that tackle and picked up about 4. 2nd down and about 6. 3 receivers to the left this time, 1 to the near side for the Eagles. And they're going to hand it off again. Scholl up the middle, running room, has a seam, broke a tackle, then yanked backwards. Going to be short of the first down, I believe, but not by much. Picked up about 5 on that. Depends on how they mark it. Going to be short of the first down by a yard, yard and a half, maybe 2. Well, they gave him the 40-yard line, so call it 3rd down and a couple here for Auburndale as they come to the line. Obvious 4-down territory, down 13 points here in the 4th quarter. Weber out of the gun. Play action. He rolls out left. Wants to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Breaks a tackle. Cuts it back into the inside and then dragged down. An arm tackle made. Touchdown saving tackle made down inside the 20-yard line. Once again, Weber throwing across his body. Just arm there. And man, he's got a really strong arm. The pass completed to Aiden Sherney. And they come to the line now. They need a score quick to get back into this one. 1st and 10. They want to throw again. Slant pattern. Oh, nearly picked off. Carter Butt got his hands on that. There was another Edgar defender there as well. And the Auburndale receiver a little slow to get up. Now he is getting up. That's Alex Wilfart. Trainer's going to come out and have a word with him, see if he's all right. Wildcats have had a chance for a couple of picks tonight and haven't been able to reel them in. That would have been a huge one right there. But it went off the hands of Carter Butt, incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Our game brought to you in part tonight by Whitetail Properties. If you're looking for hunting or recreational property, just call Brian Roos with Whitetail Properties, 715-213-4468, 715-213-4468. So a 2nd down and 10. The ball is at the 15-yard line. Weber takes the snap. He wants to hand it off. Fake handoff. Keeps it himself. He's going to run it down the field. Then he gets drilled. The ball comes loose. Let's see who's got it. Flag flies in there late as well. And they're going to say that Weber was down before the ball came out, and the flag flew in after the play. Let's see what that's going to be about. Maybe a face mask? Let's see. They're talking about it. Haven't seen a signal yet. That was a good hard run by Weber after he faked the handoff. Butt hit him hard, and then the ball came out, but they're saying that Weber was down. It is going to be, it looks like, well, let's see. What's it going to be? Going to be against the Wildcats. Going to be a personal foul against Edgar. I don't know if it was something that was said. They didn't say a face mask, so I don't know what the personal foul was, but it marks the ball down to the 5-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal for Auburndale from the Edgar 5. 9:42 to play in this one in regulation. 15-6 Edgar with the lead, but Auburndale threatening here. Weber out of the gun. Here comes the blitz. Weber's going to keep it, and he is going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown. Edgar brought the blitz in the seam to the right of the center, and the quarterback Weber went to his right, the opposite side, and had a little bit of a crease and took it in. Second touchdown run of the night for the quarterback, Trayton Weber. So don't go anywhere. This one's not over yet. They're going to go for 2 here, but they're going to have to call a timeout. They took way too much time to determine what they wanted to do, so Auburndale's going to have to call a timeout here. We'll see if that looms big later in the game. We'll take one as well quickly. Back in a moment You're watching Auburndale Edgar football on Zaleski Sports.
Little Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great child care you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children stay, their 4K children, to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggle worms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
And we're back here at Auburndale High School. 9:27 to play in regulation. Auburndale's closed the gap now. It's 15-12, and they will go for a 2-point conversion here. Now we got a little delay here by the official. Referee trotting to the other side of the field. I don't know if he's got it. The Edgar coaching staff has a question for the referee. Not quite sure what they're talking about.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to remind you, please get off of the track. All right, we have to have the fans clear of the track, and that's on both sides of the field. So fans, please get off the track.
I guess that's what the warning was for both sides of the field. They don't want fans on the track area.
Now, let's get back to some football here. 2-point extra conversion attempt for Auburndale.
Edgar showing blitz again. Weber wants to throw, lofts it up to the corner of the end zone. He's got a man. Did he catch it? Yes. 2-point conversion in the corner of the end zone over the top of the defender. Nice touch pass that time by Weber. Trying to see who that was that caught it in the corner of the end zone. It was Alex Wolfart. 2-point conversion is good, and it's a 1-point game. And just like that, Auburndale back in this one. Edgar still leading 15-14. We'll keep it right here. And I can remind you that our game is brought to you in part by Purple Mountain Solutions, your business's go-to for both public and private warehousing and product delivery. Whatever it is you're shipping, you know you can depend on Purple Mountain Solutions to get it there safely and efficiently. Also by Stone Innovations of Plover. Stone Innovations specializes in the fabrication, design, and installation of stone countertops. Stone Innovations Incorporated operates with the most advanced fabrication equipment in the industry. Visit stoneinnovations.net to begin your order. Next week, Edgar will finish the regular season at home against Marathon. That annual rivalry renewed. And Auburndale with a big matchup against Colby next week, and they'd love to go into that game unbeaten along with the Hornets. But they've got a little work left to do. First up, the Auburndale defense has got to stop Edgar. Edgar had a methodical drive the last time they had the football, just ran it down Auburndale's throat. And the defense is going to have to stiffen this time if they're going to be able to pull this one out. Here's the kick. It's going to be a squibber. Going to take a bounce and grab by one of the up men, and he's going to bring it ahead. That's Hartway, and he gets wrapped up and dropped. But Edgar's going to have good field position out across the 40 to about the 41. So the Wildcats had some success, in fact, a lot of success running the football in the last possession. I would imagine we're going to get a dose of that again here until Auburndale shows they can stop it. It was Carter Butt and Colby Weisenberger. The last possession, let's see what they want to do here. Schuett splits wide to the near side. Wing left. And they're going to hand it off. And this is Butt. Some tough yards. Got it out to the 45. Pickup of about 4 on the carry. And that unofficially takes Carter Butt to 100 yards on the night. One thing Edgar wants to do now, a long sustained drive and keep that clock running. Although Auburndale has shown they can have long sustained drives too. They had a long one from their own 7-yard line tonight. And they're going to hand it off straight ahead. Not much there this time. Big scrum. Carter Butt only picked up a couple that time. 3rd down and a long 4, maybe 5 for Edgar. So will they go to the air here or will they keep it on the ground? If Auburndale can get a stop here, the momentum would have definitely shifted. Strite, inside handoff, and this is Weisenberger. He's not going to get there. Stop short of midfield. They're going to mark him at about the 48-yard line, maybe the 49, 48. So it's going to be 4th down and about 3. Edgar's going to punt. So Auburndale's offense is going to get the ball back. Great job by the Auburndale defense shutting down the rushing attack of Edgar on that possession. And the Auburndale offense, who we mentioned have scored a ton of points this season, are going to get a chance to give their team a lead late in this one as we go down to 7:23 to play. They're going to get the ball back. Snap is good. Here's the boot. It's a wobbler. It's going to go sideways. Going to take an Edgar bounce, though, and roll dead inside the 30 at about the 26 or 27-yard line. And that's where Auburndale will take over. Our game brought to you in part by Fleet Farm. As your fall cleanup is progressing, you can get everything from mowers and spreaders to grass seed and fertilizers, plus stuff for outside jobs like pressure washers and paint. Get everything you need in one stop. You can get it all at Fleet Farm. All right, Auburndale offense against the Edgar defense. Let's see who's going to come out on top. Weber out of the gun. He has to pull this one down and run, and he's going nowhere. Applebeck made the initial hit. He's trying to break the tackle. Maybe got positive yardage, but not much. Got it out to about the 27. Maybe a pickup of a yard on the carry for Weber that time. I don't know if that was a busted play or not. It didn't look right. Second down and 9. And more important, that clock keeps moving. Both teams have 2 timeouts remaining. Three receivers to the left this time. He wants to throw. Avoided the rush. Now he throws it. It's going to be nearly intercepted again by Edgar. Diving to make the interception for the Wildcats was Tegan Strite, and could not come up with it. It was a low pass. It was going to be incomplete to the receiver, but Strite had a chance to pick it off. 3rd time tonight that the Wildcats have had a chance to make an interception and haven't been able to come up with it. That would have been a tough one. But it's bringing up a 3rd down and long now on the incompletion. One thing the Wildcat defense can't do is let anything over the top here. Weber's got the arm to throw deep. And he wants to throw. Here comes a big rush. They throw it on the flat. It's overthrown, incomplete. Big rush coming. Baumgartner got in there, as did Colby Weisenberger, and forced Weber to get rid of that football before he wanted to. And he threw it over the head of his intended receiver, and it's a 3 and out. Good job by the Edgar defense. Auburndale's going to have to punt it away. That's a big stop right there. With 6:23 to play, the Edgar offense is going to get the ball back. And as we have seen throughout the season, they have the capability of running a 6-minute drive on the ground. First, the punt. Snap is good. Punts away. It's a good one. Going to be fielded by Carter Butt. They're going to run the fake reverse. Butt's going to pick it up, then run it straight ahead, and he's going to fall forward across the 40 to about the 43-yard line. Decent field position here for Edgar as they begin this drive, leading by a point, 15-14, with 6:11 to play here in the 4th quarter. Ag Country, one of our great sponsors, Ag Country Farm Credit Services, a farmer-owned co-op offering a wide array of custom financing and financial services. From loans and leases to crop insurance and tax and records, they have you covered. Contact Ag Country in Stevens Point to get started. All right. This drive could be the game here as Edgar comes to the line. Strite under center. They're going to hand it off. And this is Carter Butt, puts his head down, positive yardage outside the 45, all the way out near the 48 or 49 yard line. Hard running for Carter Butt, picked up about 6 on that. Unofficially, 25 carries for 108 yards for Carter Butt tonight. 11 carries, 59 yards for Colby Weisenberger. Shewitt's going to split out wide right, but I'd be shocked if they try a pass here. They are. Of course they are. Of course, Strite's going to roll out right, try to get the corner. Can he get there? He does. First down yardage and more. One of the Auburndale defenders trying to get over there and get Strite before he could get around the corner, but he couldn't get there, and it's going to be a first down and more for Tegan Strite. Going to be his first rush of the night. And where are they marking the football? They're going to say he stepped out of bounds in Auburndale territory at the 45-yard line. And then they're going to mark off a penalty on top of it. Personal foul. I think maybe they knocked Strite out of bounds over on the far side. It's going to be a 15-yard personal foul tacked on near the 30-yard line, and that's where Edgar will have the football. So penalties really hurting Auburndale here tonight as well. They've had some big ones against them. And Edgar's in business, 1st and 10 on the 30. Inside handoff, Butt again, straight ahead. Power running, and still on his feet. Finally, he's going to be dragged down, but not before he picks up 7 or 8 tough ones again. About 7 on the carry for Butt that time. And to the line they come. Another handoff, and this time not going anywhere. One of the Auburndale defenders got in there early in the backfield and wrapped up Butt. Trying to see a number on who that was for Auburndale. Couldn't pick a number out there. Going to lose a yard on that. 3rd down for Edgar. 4 down territory from this spot on the field, but the clock keeps moving. The clock's a problem now for Auburndale. We're down to 4:15 to play in regulation. And certainly doesn't look like we're going to have overtime with a 1-point differential here. Big 3rd down play straight ahead. This is Butt. Puts his head down. Let's see. He's still moving the pile. Did he get there? Maybe he did. If not, it's going to be close, depending on where they mark it. They're going to mark him short of the first down. It's going to be 4th and less than a yard, just shy of the 20-yard line. So 4th and less than a yard. Edgar will go for it, obviously, here. Auburndale crowd getting loud here. Strite brings him into the line. Quick hitter. This is Butt straight ahead. Breaks it through. First down and more. Down inside the 15. And then a flag flies in late. And that's going to be a face mask, I think. Looked like somebody got a hold of the face mask on Carter Butt as he was going down there. So they'll probably tack on some yardage to that as well. Butt found a seam. Opened up by that offensive line. It's going to be a face mask call against Auburndale. And they'll mark it half the distance to the goal line. It's going to be 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. Edgar trying to put the finishing touches on this if they can as the clock continues to roll. 3:26 to play. 15-14 Edgar, but they've got it 1st and goal on the Auburndale 6-yard line. Inside handoff, Butt tries the right side this time, and he is dragged down inside the 5. Going to mark him down at about the 2. Second down and goal from there. And this works out better for Edgar if they can not get it in right away because the clock keeps moving. Trips backfield behind Strite this time. He comes to the line. Taking his time. Carter Butt finds a hole into the end zone. Touchdown for the Wildcats. And that's going to make it pretty difficult for Auburndale here now. It's 21-14 pending the conversion. Carter Butt with his 3rd touchdown of the night. .219 to play. But I think that Jerry Sins and the coaches are going to look back at that. We're going to get a timeout called here by Edgar. They want to talk about what they want to do here. We'll keep it right here. Our game is brought to you in part by Heartland Farms, a 5th-generation potato and vegetable farm producing many varieties of chipping potatoes and currently farming 27,000 irrigated acres and growing. They're currently the cream of the crop in the potato farming business. Learn more at heartland.farm. That's heartland.farm. And, of course, coming up after the game, the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds from Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, or at nasonvilledairy.com. I was saying the coaches are going to look back, the Edgar coaches are going to look back at that 3-and-out after Auburndale had scored and had pulled it within 1. Edgar couldn't get anything going, and they had to punt the ball back to Auburndale. So Auburndale had a chance to drive down and take the lead, but the Edgar defense sent them 3-and-out and got the ball back. And this is the drive that has culminated from that. And the touchdown by Butt gives them now a 7-point advantage, but the extra point, they're going to go for a 2-point conversion here. Big 2-point conversion right here. They're going to pitch it to Butt. They're going to try that halfback option. Butt's being rushed. Throws in the end zone. It's going to be short-hopped, incomplete. They stopped the 2-point conversion, so Auburndale has life, trailing by 7. So now with 2:19 to play and 2 timeouts remaining, Auburndale has a chance. With a touchdown and an extra point, they can tie. With a touchdown and a 2-point conversion, they could win. So that was a big 2-point conversion misfire right there by the Wildcats. And now it's up to the defense once again. Carter Butt with a big night tonight. Unofficially, I've got him at 129 yards on 30 carries. He's got 3 touchdowns, a 5-yard run, a 4-yard run, and a 3-yard run. So that stop on the 2-point conversion woke up the Auburndale sideline. They are jacked right now because they realize that 2-point conversion would have probably meant the end. Instead, they've got a shot. And the Edgar defense is going to have to come up big again. Harrison Gravine will kick off here for the Wildcats. 2:19 remaining on the clock. 2 timeouts remaining for Auburndale. 7-point lead for the Wildcats, 21-14. And the kick's away. It's a high end-over-end kick. Going to be short again, though, at about the 14-yard line. They fake the reverse, and Butt comes in to make the tackle of the actually, that was Applebeck. Big tackle by Applebeck as he came in and dropped the return man. After a very short return, Alex Wolfhard got knocked down on a nice tackle by Jace Applebeck. And so Auburndale will have the football. And let's see where they mark it at about the 19-yard line. So they've got to go about 81 yards to get that touchdown that will put them in a position to either tie or win. Every series now is going to be four down series here. Out of the gun. 4 receivers in the formation. Here comes the blitz. He's got time. He throws it up down the sideline. It's going to be caught! Incredible catch, and once again the coverage was good, but Wolfhard went up. He was taller than the defender Hardway and went up and made the catch in Edgar territory at about the 48-yard line. That's about a 30-yard pass and catch, and quickly Auburndale back to the line. 1st and 10, they want to pass again, and they get rid of him. They have a man wide open, and he slips down after a pickup of about 7 on that. I tell you what, these catches that the Auburndale receivers have made tonight have been really good. The coverage has been good, and they've just gone up and got the catches over the good coverage. Here comes the blitz again. He's got time. The throw is going to be caught. Once again, a man wide open, and then pushed out of bounds. Oh, and then a late hit. Edgar's going to get called. There's going to be a flag there. I think. Oh, did they throw the flag? I can't see if they did or not. Probably should have been a flag thrown there. That was a late hit out of bounds by the Wildcats. Auburndale can't believe it. And Edgar got away with one right there. The man was well out of bounds, and he got hit a second time. They don't call the flag. It's going to be a 1st down, Auburndale. 1st and 10, Eagles. Here comes a pass again, slant pattern. That's going to be caught inside the 20, down near the 10. And just like that, Auburndale is in a position here, and they want to hurry to the line. 1st down and 10 from the 11-yard line. They can get a 1st down at the 1. Edgar leading 21-14. Auburndale on the move, though, all through the air. Throw again. Here's the pass. It's caught. And then immediately drilled and dropped. The ball came loose. Edgar's got the football, took it right out of the hands of the receiver, and the Wildcats have it, and that will end this game, I would think. With 1:17 to play, Edgar gets the ball back, and that was the defender just ripped it right out of the hands of the receiver at about the 7-yard line. I think that might have been Applebeck who did that. We'll have to see. But there were a couple of Edgar defenders there, and the catch was made. The receiver turned right into a couple of defenders, and the Edgar defensive back just ripped it right out of his hands. 1st and 10, Edgar on their own 7-yard line. Edgar's going to take a timeout here. We'll take one as well. 1:17 to play. Wildcats have the ball back on a big defensive turnover. Back in a moment. You're watching Auburndale Edgar football on Zaleski Sports.
Customize your next apparel order with Maida Custom Apparel of Stevens Point. Visit us today for custom baseball and softball apparel. Need help with a design? We have you covered. Our highly skilled staff will turn your idea into a reality with great quality screen printing. Or choose from a variety of embroidery options today. Visit us at our physical store or online at maidacustom.com.
When buying or selling land, the biggest decision you make is choosing your representation. Whitetail Properties is the top real estate company for selling hunting land, recreational properties, and farms. Our nationwide network of sportsmen, farmers, and investors offers a great opportunity for you to capitalize on the true market value of your property. In central Wisconsin, Brian Roosh is your local land specialist and is ready to help you get started on all of your property needs.
And we're back here. Edgar coming to the line. They have the football, 1st and 10. The ball's marked on their own 8-yard line. And they're going to hand it off right up the middle, and that's breaking tackles Carter Butt. Big chunk of yardage out near the 15. Pickup of about 7 or 8 on that, and Auburndale will take their second time out. They've got 1 remaining. We'll keep it right here. I'll tell you what, it was a defensive, even though we've got 35 points on the board combined between the two teams. It was the defenses tonight that have made some plays, and none bigger than right there, as it looked like Auburndale was going in to score a touchdown that would have brought them within 1 point of tying or 2 points of taking the lead. And instead, one of the Edgar defenders, and we'll find out after the game who that was, that ripped the ball out of the hands of the receiver, just took it right away from him. There were 2 Edgar defenders there that stopped that receiver at about the 7-yard line and just took the ball right out of his hands. Minute 7 to play. Auburndale with 1 timeout remaining, so this isn't over yet. If Edgar picks up another first down here, it's going to be tough for the Eagles to get the ball back. But they still need to pick up about 3 yards here to get that first down. 2nd down and 3. And they're going to try a handoff inside. Not much there. I don't think he got it. That was Butt again. He didn't get there. Maybe he got a yard. Auburndale will take their last time out. So now there will be a big 3rd down play coming here. If Edgar picks up the first down, the ball game will be over. If they don't, they'll have to punt the ball back. Won't be much time left on the clock for Auburndale, but a chance is a chance, and that's all you want at this point in time. Carter Butt, 3 touchdown runs tonight for the Wildcats. 5 yards, 4 yards, and 3 yards. Unofficially 129 yards on 30 carries. For Auburndale, their quarterback Trayton Weber's got the 2 touchdowns, a 5-yard run and another 5-yard run, 1 at the end of the first half and 1 here in the 4th quarter. Auburndale defense right out there ready to go. Edgar offense still huddling around their coaches on the far side. So let's see if the Wildcat offensive line can move the pile enough to finish it right here. You got to believe that Auburndale's thinking Carter Butt is going to get the football, so do you give it to Weisenberger or somebody else here? They're going to bring everybody here. They've loaded the box, and now we're going to get a whistle, and what are we going to get? Often going to be an illegal procedure penalty against Edgar, I think. False start against the Wildcats. So now instead of 3rd and 3, it's going to be 3rd and 8. Minute 2 remaining. Now that certainly changes things. Auburndale was bringing everybody. They had all 11 men in the box, and they were looking at blitzing like 3 of their linebackers and 1 of their defensive backs, and that caused one of the Edgar players to flinch. And the illegal procedure penalty. So here we go. 3rd down and 8. Strike is a handoff, and that's going nowhere. Auburndale's going to get the ball back on a punt. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe got a yard on that, but Edgar's going to have to punt from the shadow of their own end zone. 48 seconds to play. The clock's going to continue to move. Auburndale can't stop it. They don't have any timeouts remaining. But now you've got to make a good snap and get a decent punt away here. I'm wondering if they may just let the clock run down, take the penalty, and then just try to run around. Maybe run into the end zone, run out of the back of the end zone, take a safety here. Snap is good. The punt's away. High punt, but it's going to be short and takes an Auburndale bounce. It's going to be downed in Edgar territory. at the 37-yard line, but only 6 seconds remain on the clock. So Auburndale will have a chance for a Hail Mary here, and let's face it, we've seen Trayton Weber throw the ball tonight. He's got the arm. They could do this. Edgar's got to be very careful to let nothing over the top. Baumgartner and Strite are going to go way back near the goal line. Weisenberger's covering the left sideline. They're only going to rush, it looks like, 3 people. Actually, that's Schuett covering the left sideline. Three-man rush, maybe a 4-man rush here. Here it comes. Weber wants to throw. He's being rushed, flushed out of the pocket. Now he throws it into the end zone. It's going to be knocked away at the last moment, and the ball game is over, and Edgar's going to escape. A Hail Mary into the end zone, into a crowd of players, and it's knocked away, and the Wildcats escape with a wild one here tonight. 21-14 your final. Edgar gets the win. We'll be back with the Nasonville Dairy postgame show coming up. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Get your cheese curds at Nasonville Dairy in Marshfield, Curtis, or NasonvilleDairy.com. This is Tom King, and you're watching Auburndale Edgar football on Zaleski Sports.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on U.S. Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually, that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only in central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers cheese, pizza cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda, Edam, and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
All right, we're here in the postgame show with Edgar head coach Jerry Sins. Well, we got to talk about the defense tonight because the defense did the job, especially at the end there. I mean, this was a team that kept coming at you, and the momentum really shifted when the defense got that 3 and out.
They played well. They have a good team. They particularly have a dangerous offense. Obviously, Weber's a heck of a good quarterback. He's a good runner. He's a good thrower. We tried to just run the ball and keep it away from him. That was our strategy, see if we can just run the ball and keep it away from him and not give him so many possessions. And for the most part, that worked pretty well. Carter Butt, I'm sure, is tired and sore, but he knew he was going to have.
When you got a guy like that and you're moving the football, especially that one drive where you just marched it right down the field, all on the ground, and scored the winning touchdown.
Yeah, that was big. Took a lot of time off the clock. Got to points. I would have liked to have gotten a 2-point conversion because I was still a little nervous. Only been up 7, but a 9 would have been a lot better.
And now you've got the old rivalry with Marathon. I mean, it's one of those games where, despite the records, everybody gets up for that game, right?
Oh, yeah, it's always fun because there's a lot of relatives, and teams. And, it's always fun playing those guys.
Great win, Coach. See you next week.
Thank you very much.
That's Edgar head coach Jerry Sins. We're going to try to get Tegan Strite here. You get a hat tonight.
Thank you.
We're here with Edgar quarterback Tegan Strite. Normally we talk about offense with you guys, but tonight the defense was a difference, especially that play at the end. Tell us about that.
Well, I saw him throw the out route, so I went and broke on it, and then me and Keegan Hartway were tackling him, and I just got my hand under the ball, ripped up. I didn't even see it. And then it was in the air, and I got it and just fell on the ground.
Defense had about 3 chances for interceptions tonight. You finally got the takeaway at the end then when it counted.
Yeah, I should have had a couple more picks, and that would have been really nice on the stat sheet, but we got the win, and that's all that matters.
And we'll bring Carter Butt in here quickly. Another big game for you. 3 touchdowns, and they gave you the ball a lot, and you were able to run it down their throats and kill a lot of time off the clock. That was really impressive.
Yeah, for sure. In tough games like this, I expect to get the ball more just because I'm a more experienced guy on the team, and they rely on me a lot, and I step up to the occasion as best I can.
Well, we'll see you next week. A big game with Marathon. It's always fun with that one.
Yep, for sure. I'm excited for it.
All right, why don't we put you in the house today?
I'm Tegan Strite, and I'm in the house.
All right. That's going to do it here from Auburndale tonight. A big win for Edgar in this one, and now the big matchup with Marathon coming up next week at home at Edgar. Thanks for watching tonight. For our producer, Rachel Zaleski, I'm Tom King, and you've been watching Edgar Auburndale football on Zaleski Sports.